Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Um, as many of y'all know, I sell parts for a living, Ford, Chevrolet, all kind of parts. That's my job, to keep stuff funded, keep these projects going. It's very expensive when you have multiple cars and you want to have nice projects going on and you want to have nice parts. So sometimes I buy and sell parts, clean parts up, or store parts to make my money to continue these builds because it is so expensive. So let me show you what I scored. Last night I went on a trip to Archer, Florida, around Gainesville, and I picked up, this is the 5.0 94-95 housing. This only came on 2 years in the Mustang. And this bell housing you need if you want to put a 5.0 302 in a New Edge or any other Mustang. Now for the Fox body and before, you can use this as well. But this is only came 2 years, and as you can see, it has the 5.0 up there. That's indicative. That tells you. Now the value on this is going about $250 on eBay. Now I think fair market value is between $150 firm and $200. So that's one piece I'm going to show you. Now I'm going to show you the rest of the stuff. I got the whole transmission. Well, these guys with these Mustangs, they break these T5s all the time. And the guy said the transmission's good. I don't know whether it is or not. I'm going to take it apart. I clean these transmissions to new and inspect them. So what I usually do is when I check a transmission, a T5 like this, I'll roll my fingers across the bearing retainer and make sure there's no notches or gouges. I will spin this. Now I hear a little clicking as I first spin it, but after that, you hear that? But after I spin it, that goes away. So also when I'm spinning the other side, I watch that this side is spinning as well, and vice versa. I spin it the other way, and I hear that click as I turn it. So I don't have a shifter here to test it, but it is, when they took it off, it looks gunked up. You know, I don't know if that's grease or that's dirt or whatever. You can kind of see it there. I've cleaned the area. There's a drain right up under the shifter hole here. Maybe you can see that I've cleaned that area around not to get anything out. But what I'm going to do probably with this transmission is knock this down. I'm going to pull the case apart back here. I'm going to clean this tail housing, and I'm probably going to open this up and inspect the transmission. Now this is a 94-95 transmission out of a 94-95 GT Mustang. Well, the guy had the car in the back, and I went to pick up the transmission from him, and he says, "Hey, yeah, man, dude, I got the car in the back of the yard here. It was 10 o'clock at night or something, 9:30. It was late. I didn't have a flashlight on me." He says, "Yeah, I got the rest of the car back here. If you want it, give me $300. You can have the rest of it." I said, "Well, let me come look at it, see what you got." So we went in the backyard and looked at it, and I ended up buying the car too. It had some parts I needed. It had a trick flow rear end, which I'm going to weld up and resell with 373 gears. Had the 8.8. The 94-95's got the hard line, and that's a good rear end. It had the 5-lug spindles, but no brakes on it. The motor was there, but there was no hood, and he said he blew it up on nitrous, the guy. So I don't 100% know about the transmission, but I know when I clean it and degrease it, it'll look awesome, like a brand new unit. So before I can really sell this, just because it's not mint perfect and I didn't shift it or it wasn't in a car, I have to take this apart. I have to check these inside of these gears. I got to check what that little clicking is right as I spin it. I don't think it's anything, but I'm just going to look and do a visual inspection of everything before I sell this T5. So this is how I'm going to break it down to sell it. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to clean the tail housing up. I'm going to do a visual inspection of everything and determine if I'm going to sell this as a core or a good working unit. The bell housing is going to go separate from the transmission because I want to make the most money as possible on this. So I think I got a cross member with it. I got the bell housing bolts and I got the fork. It rained a little bit here last night, so I don't know if it's surface rust from, but whatever. So anyway, I wanted to show you basically and give you an inspection of what I got. And there's the bell housing bolts, there's the fork, and there's the cross member. And once again, like besides getting the tranny, the bell housing, I got the car too. So I feel stoked because I'm gonna hook up the rear end, I'm gonna weld the axles, I'm gonna paint it, I'm gonna check the play on the end to make sure it's straight. And you know, I kind of get tied in when I do these projects because I like to do them like I'm doing it for myself. So that way when you do something like you're doing for yourself and you take pride and you spend the extra mile to do it, make it super sweet and super nice like a new piece, and you turn something like this old into something totally looks like it's almost new again, you have no problem selling it. So once again, like, subscribe, and share. Stay COVID free and safe, guys. Keep on dreaming.